Hello, YouTube. I am back. Yeah, I bet you didn't expect to see me like this, huh, did you? Well, welcome to the month of August. It's a new month. I'm feeling fresh as a daisy, and I got a bunch of DVDs and Blu-rays to show you guys for my update for the month of August. These are all the DVDs and Blu-rays I got in the last month. It's a lot of stuff. I want to get through it. I don't want to rush too much. I want to just, uh, make it as epic as possible. Because I just got back from seeing Guardians of the Galaxy. You'll get my thoughts on that in another video. All I can say is it blew me away, and I loved it. And you'll hear more from me what I loved about it later. But that's just a little heads up. But let's start with the Blu-rays first, because I only have two. So first, this is a Bond film that I saw recently. I thought it was really good. It's the first one I saw with Sean Connery. It's a good Bond. I still prefer Roger Moore because I've seen more of him this year, and I like Timothy Dalton because he was kind of underrated. But this is a good one with Connery. It's Diamonds Are Forever. Yes, Diamonds Are Forever on Blu-ray. It looks great. It sounds great, and it has all the features from the DVD. And I'm glad I got this. It was very entertaining, very fast-paced, good action, really great lead. Jill St. John's a beautiful Bond girl, gorgeous redhead. Villain was pretty decent. It's kind of creepy, but it's a good one. It's from the '70s, and Connery delivered, and I had fun with it. So that's Bond. Next is a Blu-ray of a movie that I saw back in 2011 in the theater that I really enjoyed. It was in my best of that year. I think I'd rather see this movie than Edge of Tomorrow because it's a smaller budget. It was a hit, and I like the two leads more. And I know people will disagree with me, but I don't care. It's my channel. Source Code. This was an awesome, awesome movie in the theater. Two thumbs up. It deserved it. This was a very intriguing, fun, very entertaining film with Jake Gyllenhaal. The idea was kind of like Groundhog Day, and it did it first before Edge of Tomorrow, and it was a huge hit. It had a budget of $35 million, and it was shown on the screen, and it delivered in spades. The only reason I didn't watch Edge of Tomorrow this year in the theater is because I don't like Emily Blunt. I've avoided her. She's like box office poison to me. And I like Michelle Monaghan better in this and Vera Farmiga, and I like Jake Gyllenhaal. Don't get me wrong, I love Tom Cruise, but I do like Jake Gyllenhaal in this. He really delivered, and he really brought me into the film. It's got a commentary, it's got a couple features. It's a good movie. Got it on Blu-ray. No art, just a simple Blu-ray box. Awesome movie. Next is a film that I know it's sad that this guy passed away. I'm sad that he's no longer with us. I wish he was. I really enjoyed this film. I saw it weeks ago, and I thought it was very, very entertaining, very dark, and I really think that this movie should be watched by people just so that he can see his last performance, and that is The Crow on DVD. Yes, The Crow was a very entertaining movie I saw. It's from 1994. It's Brandon Lee's last film, and I thought, just he did a phenomenal job. You see him on screen, and you're like, man, I miss that guy. He would have been in Expendables easily if he had if he had not died in an accident in this movie. But I still enjoy the film. It doesn't overshadow my enjoyment. I'm like, what if? The makeup was done right. The action's good. It's very dark. It's very, very gritty. It's very gory. It's a movie you would not expect. Some of the CG does look dated, but it's still an awesome movie. I recommend it to those who want to see like a goth superhero film. There it is, the original Crow. Next is a movie that I just bought yesterday. I bought it at Kmart. It was like $3, brand new. But the shrink wrap, I hate when they put DVDs in shrink wrap, and it's completely just you can't open it. Like the plastic is so tightly on wrapped that you can't open it with your fingers, and just it took forever, but I finally opened it. And that is a decent action movie I saw years ago, and that is Stiletto. That's with Stana Katic, the very gorgeous Canadian actress from Castle. I think she's beautiful. She's badass in this movie. It's gory. It's definitely an R-rated film. Do not let your kids watch this without adult supervision. I like the film. It doesn't have any features. It says special features. digital surround sound, English subtitles, and previews. Not much for features, but I still like the film though, and I'm glad I got it for $3. It was worth a pickup. Okay, next I got this at a yard sale for $1. It's a movie from the 90s as well. I got a lot of 90s films here. It's a movie that actually with Tom Cruise, you know, being that I am a fan of his, and this is something different that he did, and it's a horror film. It is Interview with a Vampire, and the Vampire Chronicles, and the cast is really stellar. You got Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, Antonio Banderas, Stephen Ray, and Christian Slater, and you also have a very young um, Kirsten Dunst before she did Spider-Man and Jumanji. And I want to give this movie a watch. I don't know if I'm going to watch it now. I'm probably going to wait till Halloween. It has a commentary, so I probably will watch it first, and then I'll see it again with the commentary. Sounds like a plan. It's a long movie. It's 122 minutes. It's about over 2 hours. But I'd rather watch this than the first Twilight. I guarantee it. This is going to be better because it's not going to be horribly written like that mess was. So there, that's Interview with a Vampire. Next, we have a sci-fi film that bombed that I thought was a really good film. Jon Favreau's the guy that I love because he did Iron Man, and I love that movie, and this is what he did before. And it's got really good effects, really stellar cast, and it was fun. Zathura, the pseudo sequel to Jumanji, a very fun family film that has really good effects. I mean, there's a lot of CG, but there's also some practical effects that really work here. Josh Hutcherson from The Hunger Games is in this movie. He's really good. You got Jonah Bobo, who's his little brother in the film. He's good. Kristen Stewart, she stays frozen for half the film, so that's good enough for me. She doesn't have to say that much, so I like Zathura. It's a fun movie. I hope the DVD works, because, you know, when you buy a DVD used, you never know. Well, it was in shrink wrap, but the packaging was broken. That's another thing that I get peeved with. That some of the people that do the packaging for DVDs and Blu-rays, they let these boxes get destroyed. I mean, I put it in a brand new box, so it's secure now. But then, you know, it damages the DVD because I bought a DVD in Toys R Us that I can't show here because it was damaged, and it was so damaged. The box art, when I opened the disc, it was scratched to shit, like a cat went through it. It was horrible. But this, I think it'll work, and I like this movie. It's a fun movie. Next, we have this is a double bill. One of these films I have already, so I'm not too worried if it doesn't work. And the other I haven't seen. Wesley Snipes got out of prison this year, so I'm going to see more of his films from the past before Expendables 3. And I think I'm going to enjoy it. You know, it's The Fugitive, which I have already, and U.S. Marshals, with Tommy Lee Jones reprising his role from The Fugitive, and you got Wesley Snipes and Robert Downey Jr. And both films have commentaries. You know, I'm willing to give it a chance. I know some people weren't too hot on it. It's 131 minutes, but in August I'm going to see a lot of movies that are over 2 hours long. So bring it on. U.S. Marshals for the win. Okay, now I'm going to show a comedy with the late great John Candy that I've been enjoying this stuff lately. Wait a minute, I have another DVD I have to show. Hold on. Put this over here. Yeah, I forgot about this one. I'll show them around at the same time because I don't want to, you know, bore you guys to tears. You guys are great for watching my videos over the past couple months. You know, it's hard to do videos on, you know, when you're buying a lot of stuff and you're not home. But anyway, it's an 80s film that with John Candy that I haven't seen yet, and I've heard some decent things about it. It's done by the late great John Hughes as well, and that is Uncle Buck on DVD, widescreen. And I also got this holiday classic which made me laugh my ass off, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. The Those Aren't Pillows edition, which is this was a fun movie. I laughed with this movie so much this year. I miss John Candy. It's one of the best road films ever made, and Steve Martin was making me laugh a lot in the movie. I just had fun watching these two. Their dynamic was phenomenal in the film. It's got jokes that still work to this day. John Hughes, He knows how to write films, man, and he knows how to direct. The guy, I miss him like crazy. There's a reason comedies are not as funny as they used to be, because they don't have John Hughes directing or writing. He was wonderful. I love a lot of his films that he wrote and directed. He didn't always make winners, but when he did it right, he did it right, and this is a prime example. So I'm glad I got to show this. It's an awesome movie. I'm gonna watch it again in Thanksgiving. I had fun. Really funny movie. And Uncle Buck, I can't wait to see too. Okay, next we have another comedy, and this is with a really big cast. I'm glad I finally got this because it has one of my favorite underrated actresses, Amanda Peet, who I adore. This also has Keanu Reeves, Frances McDormand, Jack Nicholson, and Diane Keaton, and that is Something's Gotta Give. Yep, I got this movie. I know it's 128 minutes. But these two, I know they're going to give a great performance because they have done great performances in the past, and I really enjoy these actors. And I'll see Amanda Peet in anything, pretty much, because I love her. She's in the film, and I'm hoping for a good time. This movie is PG-13, but I'm willing to give it a chance. I've heard good things about this film. A lot of critics liked it. I hope I enjoy it too. Next, we have I think from the 50s. Hold on. No, it's from 1966. It's a Harryhausen special effects bonanza. It doesn't have. There's no English in it, so it's kind of a film that I didn't really get when I was a kid. But I love the effects, and I like Raquel Welch. So that is 1,000,000 Years BC on DVD. Yes, that is the sexy Raquel Welch, who still looks good to this day. She's chubbier now, but she's a hot old lady now. I gotta say that, like Helen Mirren. I like this film. I like the effects. The dinosaur effects still look better than a lot of the CG from today. I grew up with this film. I saw it a couple times. You see these for the effects, and the cave people don't speak English, but hey, it's still a fun movie. If you could get past that, it's fun. And I want to give it another watch. I haven't seen it in years. Next, I got these films literally for like a couple of cents at Toys R Us. They were having a clearance sale. They had a lot of things like 80 to 85% off, 90% off. So I got these movies real cheap. The first one I want to show is this one. It's a family film I've never heard of and never seen, but I got a really good deal on it. So that is Doggone with Zach Ward, Jack Wagner, and Daphne Zuniga. It's got that nice hologram. I'm a dog, I'm a human. 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 I love these. That sound is just awesome. I love that. Even if it's a movie I don't like, I love that sound. There's no features on it, but I'm gonna give it a chance. I like family films too. Next is a comedy that I've heard good things about as well. I don't know. It's directed by Chris Columbus, who directed the first two Home Alone films, which I love to death. And this film I'm going to give it a chance to, and that is Adventures in Babysitting. And this is not the anniversary edition that has nothing on it. This is the bare bones, which is the same. But it's widescreen, and it's got French language track. That's all it has. But I'm willing to give this a chance. I know this is going to be funny. It has I've heard Thor is mentioned in the film, and I love Thor from the Avengers, so I'm willing to give this movie a shot. So Adventures in Babysitting. Yeah. Next, I got this sports film that I never heard of. I'll show it briefly because I don't have much to say about it. It's Second String with John Voight and Gil Bellows and Terry Polo, who I think is still hot. I liked her ever since I saw her back in the 2000s. She's a good actress. I'm willing to give a sports movie a chance. It's 91 minutes. It's a TNT film, and it'll probably be decent. Next, I got this film that I got a cult following. I know this movie didn't do well at the box office, but I'm not just looking for box office, because if that was the case, I would have loved Transformers 4, and I didn't. But this film, I'm going to give it a chance. Got a good cast and beautiful women in it. I love that in movies, and that is Empire Records, the Remix Special Edition, Fan Edition. It has the always gorgeous Liv Tyler, who I love in everything that I've seen her in. She's just a beautiful gem of cinema. You have Robin Tunney, who with a shaved head. She's still a woman though. I dig chicks even if they shave their head sometimes. For a role I can do that. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I just blacked out a little bit there. It also has Renee Zellweger, who I think is beautiful. She's a Southern belle. Debbie Mazar, who has the most amazing cat eyes I've ever seen, and it's got Rory Cochrane, who I never heard of, and Johnny Whitworth. I'm gonna give this movie a chance. It's probably gonna be a fun movie. I like these kind of movies from the 80s or the 90s that have music and they have beautiful girls. It sends me, and I guarantee you, I'm gonna enjoy this more than a movie like Pitch Perfect or whatever, or Glee, because I like movies in the 90s more. Next is another film. This also has a really good cast. I was willing to buy this because it was cheap, and the disc looks perfect. It's not scratched. The box is fine, and I got it less than I would have gotten it in Best Buy. And that is Secondhand Lions with Michael Caine, Robert Duvall, and Haley Joel Osment. I see dead people. Yeah, I like Haley Joel Osment. I think he's a good actor. I like his voice in the Kingdom Hearts games. This film has a lot of features right here. It's a PG film, so it's not going to be too dark, hopefully. And I like these feel-good movies, that are not pretentious, but they're, they make you feel something. They warm your heart. You get through it, and it's not too long. This movie's, how long is it? Hold on. 110 minutes. It's long, but it's not 2 hours, so I think I'll get through this, and I know I'm probably going to like this, because it won awards, so that's a good sign for that. Next, I got all these stack of DVDs. I got them in Rite Aid for $2.99 a piece. 4 or 5 films. Great deal. Some of them I got some repeats, but I'm willing to give these movies a chance. I got a lot of gems, and some of them I've already seen. So here's the first one. It's got No Code of Conduct with that crazy Charlie Sheen. We got Blackjack, which I've seen before and I've enjoyed. That's a Dolph Lundgren film I think is underrated. You got Rage with Gary Daniels. Gary Daniels has surprised me a lot lately. I liked that movie I saw with him that I bought a couple months ago. That was what was it called? Change of something. I forgot what it was called, but he was good in it. And it's got Buffalo Soldiers, which I'm gonna give it a watch. It's got Ed Harris, who I liked in The Abyss, and Joaquin Phoenix. I can take him or leave him. Scott Glenn is good, and Anna Paquin. It depends what kind of movie she's in. I hated that movie that she did. Darkness was boring as hell, but I can take her in some films like the X-Men films. 4-pack. Here's another one. This one has Driven to Kill with a decent, Seagal film. Best of the Best 3, which I haven't seen. I really enjoyed 4. I thought that was pretty awesome. You got Mask of Death here with Lorenzo Lamas, who I like as an action star. I like the Snake Eater films. He doesn't bother me too much. And you also have Men of War, which I like. I think I don't love the film, but I do like Dolph in it, and I like the action. I think it's really well done. The only problem I had with the film, one of them was the love interest. I don't think Dolph needed a love interest in this movie. But other than that, I think the movie is pretty good, It's worth it. For $3, I'll take it. Okay, next we have this one. Has 5 films. It has Bounty Hunters, wait, over here, which I really did enjoy. I saw it on YouTube months ago. Hidden Assassin, was not a fan of it, but hey, it's there. I don't have to watch it again. I got Shotgun. This has, I don't know who is in the cast, and you have The Road Killers with Christopher Lambert, and you have 3 Days Gone with Christopher Backus and Michelle Stratford and Patrick J. Adams. So a 5-pack, and I like one of the films already, so it's already a winner for me. So I'm willing to give it a watch. I got these 4 Christmas movies that I've seen at least 2 of them, and I really like them. There's some of them I'm going to save for later because it's not Christmas in July anymore, so I'll have to wait till like November or December to see them. But I love Christmas movies, and these are I'll Be Home for Christmas, which is not the one with Jonathan Taylor Thomas. This is one with the late great Jack Palance, and Christmas Snow, which was a very sweet short film, family film that I really watched in July, and I liked it. A Holiday to Remember with Connie Sellecca and Randy Travis, which I liked. I saw it years ago on the ABC Family, and A Family Thanksgiving, which I haven't seen. I like these films. These are, these kinds of films are nice to watch during the holidays with your family. Okay, next I have this one, which has four other films. You got Violent, I think it is, not Violent, it's Violent, with Lou Diamond Phillips, who I like as an actor, and it's got Carrie Werr, who I just saw in Sharknado 2, and I liked her in that. Street Corner Justice with Bryan Cranston. Yeah, the guy from Godzilla that got killed off. Did a great job in that movie, by the way. And Mark Singer, who was in Beastmaster. We got Recoil, another awesome movie that I know is going to be awesome with Gary Daniels. And I got Spencer, the Udiscope, with Robert Urich. Yeah. See? You wait for deals and you get some gems. And this is the last 4-pack. And this is All the President's Men with Chuck Norris, and The President's Man, and The President's Man, A Line in the Sand, and then you have Bounty Hunters again, and Bounty Hunters 2, which I thought was a very solid sequel. Not as good as the first one, but I thought Michael Dudikoff and Lisa Howard had the chemistry from the first film. It was a lot of fun, very funny, good action, R-rated, just completely over the top, fun, and just, that's all I can say. And I'm glad to have both of them now. So even if these films suck, at least I have these two films together, so they were a feast for me. And last but not least, I saw this last night. I had a ball. I'm hoping to go to this event one day. I loved it. There's a lot of good moments in it. Morgan Spurlock, I thought, did a great job directing. He did Super Size Me, which is a great documentary. This is another documentary, and it was awesome. It was worth the money I bought it with, and that is Comic-Con. Episode 4, A Fan's Hope, featuring Stan Lee, Joss Whedon, and Morgan Spurlock, who directed this awesome movie. This is a really good documentary. It says Spurlock's best film yet. I agree. Really good stuff about Comic-Con, the people that worked on this film, the backstories that they had, how much they love comics, and they will do anything to get into the business. They were willing to draw comics and write comics and sell comics and try to perform at Comic-Con to get noticed, and it was just a really intriguing documentary. I highly recommend it to you people out there that love comic books, love comic book films. You love going to Comic-Con. I want to go there one day, hopefully this year, maybe next year if I don't. But I really enjoyed this. It has a few special extended interviews. I'm glad that I got this. It came with 2 figurines of Joss Whedon and Morgan Spurlock. Really awesome. If you like documentaries, you'll like this. So that was my big haul, man. It took 22 minutes. Wow. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys watch some of these films that I've recommended, that I've shown in this DVD and Blu-ray update. I will talk to you guys later. Have a good night.